Good evening, everyone. Today is Thursday, June 26th. It's been about a week and a half since I've done a video. I have a lot to cover. I'll try to make it quick. I'd like to start off with SLV today, silver. The SLV is making lower highs here on October 30th of 2013. Made a high of 22.23. Here on February 24th of this year, it made a high of 21.30, and yesterday it made a high of 20.33. You can see the pattern what I'm looking at here. I'd like to see if this breaks this third time it hits this downtrending line. If it does, this could make a move up to 23.60 area, and there's a gap fill here also. Gap fill is at $25, we'll call it. If this pulls back, you will have some support at all of these moving averages. The first line, purple line, 200-day moving average, your blue line, 20-day, and your 50-day moving average, your red line here. But I'd like to see if this breaks through this level in the coming days. Next up, YHOO Energy. I talked about this one in a short video I did last night. I was looking at it closer today, and to me, this looks like it's flagging. I mean, this thing looks like it's setting up to make a move up here to 650 is what I'm thinking. So nice consolidation going on here on YHOO Energy. Next up, LinkedIn. LinkedIn right now is having a hard time here at I'll call it 170 even number. Excuse me. So this 170 level is where LinkedIn is finding some resistance here. Alright, close enough. If this does break, I mean, so far it's been consolidating, but like I said, 170 is where I'd like to see this break for more upside. If this decides to pull back, you have some support here at the blue line, your 20-day moving average, and the red line here, the 50-day moving average, along with this support level I've got drawn in at 160.20. Moving on, 3D systems here, triple Ds. I am long this stock. My target is $64, 64.07 to be exact. I think I'll just change that to a 64 even number. It did pull back a bit today. It still managed to close up 0.75%. I like the chart. This would be my stop out level, 54.75. Although you will find some support down here. We'll keep an eye on this one. This is more of a long-term play. Next up, the spiders. The SPY closed down 0.7% today, almost flat from the big sell-off today. Let's look at the 10-minute chart. This morning, just in the first 20 minutes of the day, 30 minutes of the day, it put in a low of 194.13 and had a very nice pullback today. So here's where it opened, here's where it closed, down only 14 cents on the day. Nice comeback there. Although to me this is looking very bearish again. I'd like to point out this high here, 196.60, lower high here, lower high yesterday, and today this is where we closed. So I'd like to see what this does tomorrow. One thing I'd like to point out on the daily chart, if you guys have been watching my videos, I've had this line here for a long time. I'm going to extend this line here. There we go. If we look at the 60-minute time frame, I'm not going to say it bounced off of this perfect, but you could see here this was on the 13th, 14th of this month. It bounced off of that area here, made a new high, 196.60, and then we pulled back, kissing that line. It did go lower here, but you can see for the most part that line held well today, or held up yesterday I should say. Today we did go lower than that, but we pulled back. Just interesting to point out here. I hope that made sense. I hope you guys could see that bounce here, here, and here on the 24th of this month. Overall, I am bearish on the spiders. I think this is now making another bearish pattern on the 10-minute time frame. So maybe I'd like to see a Friday sell-off tomorrow, but we'll just keep an eye on that. Moving on, Facebook. Alright, here's Facebook. Facebook closed down 0.46% today. I am liking this chart on the weekly time frame for Facebook. Tomorrow I'm looking to see if this closes above 67.39. That comes from the high on this bar. Remember, this is the weekly time frame I'm looking at. If this does close above this level tomorrow, then my target would be 69.60 on Facebook. There is the daily chart. Here's that 67.36 level. As you can see, we closed below that line today. So tomorrow I'd like to see where this closes. Moving on, Tesla. Tesla, same fib levels here I've had since the old video. My next level was 244.28, which was the 236 retrace. Tesla put in a high of 241.88 on June 24th. Right now it's just in consolidation mode, kind of going sideways there. Closing down 0.54% today. Not a whole lot going on there. Moving on to YELP. Same thing here, just consolidating. My max move, or my next level I should say, is 81.64. Right now it's bouncing very nice off of this 50% retrace here, currently at 75.43. If we look at the 10-minute time frame, there we go. Bounced here, here, broke through that level, came back, bounced here, here, and this is today's action here. So that level seems to be working out just fine for now. Moving on. Netflix. Alright, there we go. Netflix daily chart closing down 1% today. This too is in consolidation mode. As I said in my older videos, this could see double top at 458. I'm not ruling that out. There is a lot of support here at 428.34, and the 20-day moving average has now worked its way up into that level. So a lot of a lot of support here. There's a small gap to fill at 431.21. Let's take a closer look here. Alright, it's being a little bit funny right now, but here's your gap. You can see that right there. Netflix, again, just in consolidation mode right now. Next up, YAHOO. YAHOO closed up 1.23% on the day. YAHOO had a very nice sell-off from this level here that I had drawn in at 37.16. It didn't quite hit the level. It made a high of 37.06, about 10 cents off. It gapped down into our support level here, and since then it's had a nice flush to the downside. Right now it's just bouncing because of this little pivot low here, as you can see right there. That comes from May 16th of this year. The low on that day was 33.10. My major support level for YAHOO is a bit lower. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. There we go. In my opinion, you'll find some support down here. This is a better level for YAHOO. I'll call that 32 even number. That's where I think YAHOO will catch a bigger bounce. Right now it did engulf yesterday's candle here. Nice move up today on YAHOO. Up next, Bank of America. This one closed down 0.39% today. It's still inside of this bar here. It's still consolidating. Here's your resistance at 15.93. You'll have support here. It's trading in between all these moving averages, and you'll find some support down here at 14.80 on Bank of America. Moving on, Amazon. This one closed down 0.53% today. This is actually looking bearish to me. I haven't looked at Amazon until right now. Yeah, I like the pattern. In my opinion, it's looking a little bearish. My max move was this purple line here. It didn't quite hit that level. It's pulled back since. It's made a high, a lower high, and right now this is looking a bit bearish to me. Here's your levels to watch on Amazon. Next up, Best Buy. I talked about this one in last night's short video. I talked about this one on June 4th. Today it closed down 0.79%. Right now it's consolidating. I'd like to see more consolidation before hitting our first target, 31.20, and eventually this 33 even number on Best Buy. Next up, Twitter. Twitter had a nice day today, closed up 5%. My next level on Twitter is somewhere around this range here, 46.79. Alright, close enough. I'm not saying this is going to shoot up there tomorrow or even Monday. I am expecting some consolidation. There is a small gap to fill, I think. Yeah, there's about a 30-cent gap to fill here. Twitter gapped up today, as you can see this morning. So maybe it decides to fill that gap before moving higher. But nice move on Twitter. You will find support here at 38.05, and the moving averages here, your blue line, your red line, 20-day and your 50-day moving average. Currently they are at our second level at 36.10. Next up, I talked about this stock, WWE. Since that video, I talked about it on this day. It closed above this resistance line, which was at 11.94. But as you can see, the second day here, June 18th, it did not close above that level. So this did not confirm more upside, and as you can see, it did pull back. But I like that it's still inside of this upper or ascending line, I should say. It's coming up to the tip of this. I'd like to see a breakout. Here are my first targets. If this does break down, then watch for double bottom down here at 1050 or so. So that's WWE. This one closed down 1.28% today, and that was the last one. Alright, I'll shoot another video over the weekend. That's all I had for tonight. Thank you guys for watching.